They say some paintings capture beauty, and some capture soul. In 1985, firemen across England whispered about a single painting found untouched in dozens of house fires. The same sad-eyed boy stared back at them from the ashes, unharmed, while everything else was reduced to dust. People called it the Crying Boy painting. Some say it's cursed. Others believe it hides something far darker. Tonight, let me tell you a story that might make you think twice before you hang any painting on your wall. Hey everyone, I'm AJ and welcome to Beyond with Horror Stories. Let's start. The story begins in post-war Italy around the 1950s. A painter named Giovanni Bragolin, though some called him Bruno Amadio, was said to have painted a series of portraits of children. Not ordinary children, but orphans. Some claimed they were survivors of war, scarred by tragedy, eyes filled with sorrow. The most famous among them was a boy with teardrops glistening on his cheeks. Il ragazzo che piange, the crying boy. The painting spread across Europe. By the 1970s and 80s, copies of it were in thousands of homes in Britain. Cheap prints, sold at department stores, flea markets, and catalogues. People liked the sadness in the boy's eyes. They said it spoke to them. But nobody knew then that tragedy seemed to follow wherever the painting went. The curse first came into public attention in September 1985, when a British tabloid, The Sun, reported a bizarre string of house fires. In each fire, everything burned. Walls, furniture, photographs, clothing. Yet the crying boy painting survived, unscathed. Firemen across Yorkshire and South England began whispering. One firefighter was quoted saying, "I've seen at least 15 house fires where we found the crying boy untouched, not even scorched. We don't know why, but we've warned each other. If you see that painting, be careful." People started connecting dots. One family lost their home, another their business. In almost every case, the painting was there, hanging on a wall, watching silently. The story spread like wildfire. The Sun printed more articles. Readers wrote letters. One woman swore that after hanging the painting, her kitchen caught fire. Another claimed her husband died in a freak car accident the week after he bought it. Some wrote that even touching the painting brought bad luck. Shops stopped selling it. People panicked. In response, The Sun even organized a bizarre event, inviting readers to bring their crying boy paintings and burn them in a bonfire. Hundreds of paintings were destroyed that day, but many remained, hidden in attics, basements, and walls across the UK and Europe. But what if the curse was older than the fires? Legend says the boy in the painting wasn't just any orphan. Some whisper that he was a Spanish child whose parents died in a blaze. The painter Giovanni adopted him, but tragedy seemed to follow the boy. One day Giovanni's studio burned down. The child was blamed. Neighbors called him Diablo, the devil's child. Some say Giovanni painted the boy as punishment to trap his soul on canvas. Others tell a darker tale that the boy died in a fire, and his restless spirit lives inside every print of the painting, spreading fire wherever it goes. Let me take you to 1987, a small town outside Sheffield. The Robinson family moved into a modest house. They bought second-hand furniture, including one art painting from a thrift store. A boy crying, staring with hollow eyes. At first, nothing seemed strange, but the children complained. "Mum, the boy's eyes move." At night, footsteps echoed in the hall. The smell of smoke sometimes drifted into their rooms, though nothing burned. One evening, Mr. Robinson came home drunk. He got angry at the painting. "This bloody thing gives me the creeps," he shouted, throwing it into the shed outside. That very night, a fire broke out in the shed. Everything burned. Tools, wood, boxes. But the painting was found untouched, lying in the ashes. 2 weeks later, the entire house caught fire while the family slept. Everyone barely escaped, coughing from the smoke. Firemen later reported the strange detail. The crying boy painting was hanging on the living room wall, completely unharmed, its sad eyes staring at the charred ruins. Skeptics tried to explain the mystery. Some said the paintings were coated with fire-resistant varnish. Others suggested they were printed on hardboard that didn't easily ignite. But firefighters weren't convinced. They had seen hundreds of paintings, and none behaved like this. Why, only the crying boy. Paranormal investigators offer their own theories. The boy's soul was trapped. The painting acted as a conduit. Some even warned, if you burn the painting, you release the spirit. That's why even the bonfire of the sun's event unsettled many. Fast forward to the present day. In 2019, a London couple found an old crying boy print in their grandmother's attic. They laughed at the old stories and hung it in their living room. Within weeks, strange things started happening. Their smoke alarm went off at night, though no fire was present. A candle tipped over by itself. One night, their TV screen flickered, and the boy's face appeared, his tears moving slowly down the screen. When they tried to take the painting down, they found it glued to the wall. The husband burned his fingers trying to pull it free. That same night, a small kitchen fire broke out from nowhere. Luckily, the couple escaped. But when they returned, firefighters told them only one thing survived the blaze: the painting. Even today, stories continue. Some collectors hunt the paintings, believing in their power. Others refuse to even touch one. On online forums, people post photos claiming their crying boy eyes glow at night. Whether coincidence, varnish, or curse, one thing remains certain: the painting has outlived its owners time and time again. So if you ever find yourself at a flea market staring into the sad eyes of a boy frozen in tears, walk away. Don't buy it. Don't bring it home. Because fire doesn't just burn wood or walls. Sometimes it follows souls. That was the legend of the crying boy painting. Some say it's only superstition. Others swear it's real. But tell me, if you found one in your attic, would you keep it? Or would you burn it? Until we meet again in the next chilling tale. Keep your lights on, because shadows may be closer than you think. This is AJ, signing off. Sweet dreams.